you ready?
I'm ready.
Okie dokie. I'll do the countdown, press the start button, and then it's straight over to you.
Okie doke.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Okay. So, today, I didn't have a topic for today, but what came up I think yesterday when we were talking about, what I'm doing and just the nature of things at the moment. I thought, you know what? I don't have a theme for today. So I'm going to pull some cards. I'm shuffling Lenormand cards at the moment because they're really good to get a theme. Here we go. There's one. Ooh, that's the tomb card, or otherwise known as the coffin card in Lenormand, that is. So let me just get a picture. So this will be the theme of the talk today. I've got to put it at an angle because there's light streaming in through the window. Oh my goodness. Okay. So in Lenormand cards, this is the card of death, rebirth, the ending of something, but also the beginning of something. So we know, do we not, that the end of they say, there's a saying, the end is in the beginning. So if you've ever experienced an ending of something, if you look back at the beginning of whatever that thing was, it will tell you how that thing will end. It's very cool, which is kind of fractally, is it not? There's a kind of fractalness. Fractalness, is that even a word? I don't know, but I'm using it. A fractalness about that, yeah. So what else do we know? Excuse me. There's weird energies going on at the moment. So this is, very much about, this could also be from a feeling perspective of being very not necessarily low energy, but a bit of a dip. It could even mean a flat line of energy. So if you're experiencing anything like that at the moment, then I'm tuned in to you. Could also be the energy of exhaustion. Could also be resting energy. So you might feel at the moment that you're resting. Let me just grab my little, because that particular card is from the Celtic Lenormand, so obviously it has a Celtic leaning. So let's have a look, because it gives some really lovely descriptions. Descriptions isn't quite the right word. Story. It gives you a little story, yeah, in this. So some of this might relate to anything you're experiencing at the moment. A burial mound with a grassy top like a meadow is dotted with brown and reddish grasses. It has inscribed stones on either side of its entry with Celtic knotwork, and another sitting before it. Oh, stone. Okay, yeah. Decorated with whorls. That's WHORLS. So you could say they are spirals. Spirals, like that. Dusk gathers in the autumn evening with wisps of mist, and a waning moon can be seen in the sky. Actually, that's a new moon. It's not a waning moon, it's a new moon. Interesting. A single crow flies to the left above this landscape, perhaps a soul departing or a messenger to the other world. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So with that in mind, that's the theme, this idea of ancestors, you could even say. You know, the ancestors. Oh, okay. I've just pulled the fox card, just flew out, which is interesting. So in Lenormand, the fox, for me, is more the cleverness of the fox. He's quite wily in his approach to life, the universe, and everything, you could say. But he can be a little bit sneaky. So you might have felt some kind of wily, sneaky energy around this ending. So is that the ending then? So we have an ending of the wily, sneaky energy. I wonder what that can be talking about. And two other cards came out. We have the birds. Good picture. The picture won't focus on camera. Okay, there we go. We have the birds and we have the heart. Okay, so this is really interesting. Why is this really interesting, Ange? Turn the card around the right way. The back of the card, that's not good. Right, so we have the birds. That's a beautiful picture of the birds. And we have the heart. So, what does that mean? So, what's interesting is I have the birds underneath the tomb card, the coffin card. Yeah. So, if we're looking at this, there are many. There are. Lenormand is very direct, but there are different meanings to each card, obviously. Can mean different things depending on the context, the frame that you're putting it in. Yeah. So, yes, this is an ending of some kind of sneaky energy. I wonder what that's about. But then if you take the coffin card with the birds, then you could say that there is communication coming from the ancestors. Now, I like that. I like that a lot. And then we have the heart. So this is, I love this. Heart energy, obviously. That's the energy of love consciousness. So it's a communication from the ancestors of love. It's a loving communication from the ancestors after the death of this strange, sneaky energy. So let's have a look at what cards have we got here. I'm going to go for this little deck here, which is the Talisman Oracle. I want to know this sneaky fox energy. What is that all about? I have a sneaking suspicion what it is, and I'm sure you know what this is all about as well. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Okay. We have the rebirth card. Let me just see if I can get that to focus. Kind of. Okay. My camera doesn't want to play ball today. Right, let's see if we can get this on the phone. There we go. So this card describes the sneaky fox energy, which corresponds to the coffin energy. So let's have a look, because what's interesting about these cards is they have sigils attached to them. So this is a positive card in this deck. And it reiterates the coffin card, so it backs that up. This is the end of something and the beginning of something else, which should be, I will pull some cards on that actually, just to check in with what that is. So this card could represent the release of a bad habit, unhealthy attachment, struggle, or the end of a vicious cycle. Now, I don't know about you guys, I'm hearing a lot. It's a message which keeps on repeating ad nauseum, I might say, that there is a massive, massive change coming. It's like literally around the corner. Getting a bit bored with hearing about that. I don't know about you guys, but that
moon card on that.
The moon card, okay, yeah, illumination, illuminating what's hidden, absolutely. So that, absolutely, and the moon phase in the coffin card is a new moon. It's not a waning moon; it's a new moon. So there we go, and another new beginning, yeah. So what are we seeing the end of? What is this massive change that's coming? It has to be the end of this, I don't know what you call it, weirdness. The weirdness, the illusion, the overlay, all that stuff that we thought was real, which I think has been proven through our experiences along this path that none of it is real. Yeah, it's all a bunch of rubbish, for want of a better word. So yeah, it talks about energy not being able to be destroyed. Yeah, we know all that. Leaving something behind and looking back could bring nostalgia and longing for the old days, but the future holds a different role for you. So I don't know about you guys. We've been doing that a lot. In fact, Ian was talking about his childhood, things that he only just remembered. So, you know, if that stuff is coming up, which it's going to be right now, look at it. It's like, it's, I described it this morning. It's like when you're looking at photos, old photos, yeah, it's almost like you don't, well, some of them you don't remember because you might be a very small child in those photos, so you wouldn't even remember those things that are in the photos. So there is an element of detachment, yeah, to those things that are coming up from way back in your past, maybe even past lifetimes. Yeah, there's an element of detachment which we need because we don't want to go backwards. We want to go forwards with the wisdom from the ancestors, which is this coffin card. I'm waving the coffin card in front of the phone. You can't see it. I'm waving the cards around. So the ancestors are absolutely, we stand on their shoulders, yeah, as we move forward. But we don't need to bring the emotional attachments. That's the only word I've got. That baggage. We don't need to bring the baggage with us, yeah, as we move forward. I would say. From my perspective, that doesn't necessarily mean not bringing with us the wisdom that was back there somewhere. I mean, personally, I would prefer to live in a roundhouse, but that's just me. All that wisdom that we had. When did it become a thing that other people built your house for you? That's weird. When did it become a thing that you went to a supermarket and bought your food? That's weird. When did it become a thing that you had to pay for your water? That's weird. So at some point, it all went a bit weird. It all went a bit wrong. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and I'm going to get back to the cards. So, this communication from the ancestors. Let's take an Avalon card. It's Wisdom of Avalon, to see what this might be about. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is the white cow. So the white cow, interestingly, is associated with Bridget. I forget. I can't remember if the cow has a name. Let me just get a picture. There we go. So this is a card of her nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. So this is the energy of how things actually are. So what they will be imparting, their wisdom, the wisdom they will be imparting is one of the nature of the actual reality of things, which isn't even about thinking about giving and receiving with abundance. It is just something which happens when you look at nature. You don't see trees going up to a hedge and going, "There you go, there's a couple of leaves for an acorn." It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Nature just does her thing. It's a constant flow. Yeah, it's constant. It does not stop, which, that we've been chosen, forgotten, not remembered, however you want to describe that, but we seem to think that we're not the same as that, and we are, because we are nature. Yeah. So this is going to be interesting, how this information how this wisdom comes through. Let me just move the cards up a bit. I'm running out of space on my desk. That's not good, is it? Okay, so right, let's move this. Right, so can we please have, so I'm going to take some more Lenormand cards. How, oh, there we go. Wow, that came out quickly. I was going to say ask the question, how are we going to actually receive this information? And I've got, funny enough, Kevin, the moon card. And I've got breaking news, newsflash. Oh, acorns. Yes, acorns. New thinking. I like that. The awakening. So this is a little newsflash. The awakening is the new thinking coming in on the new moon, the new eon. Sorry, I thought I said moon. It says eon. Can't read eons writing. Ha, a little joke there. There is no choice here in this new eon. So the Crowley's deck was all about the new eon. Yeah. So the new eon is the new frequency, which is the new thinking, or the new awakening. So yeah, thank you, Ian, for that little news flash. I like that. Breaking news. Anyway, yes.
Angie, that, going back to the top card, I feel that's more like a portal. Looks like a Stonehenge door, but it's an open door. And then there's a stork, which sometimes it signifies new birth, flying above it. And then there's the new moon, which signifies new birth as well. But I think it's a portal to a new paradigm, or a level of understanding, with all those symbols all around the door.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's a barrow. So a barrow essentially is a gateway to the other world, to the underworld. Well, however you want to describe that, it's absolutely a gateway. So yeah, I like that. Thank you, Kevin. So yes, under the cow card, we now have the moon. Show you those, moon. So this is Lenormand, don't forget. So the moon card in Lenormand is slightly different to tarot. We have the dog. So let me take a photo. So we have, so this is under the cow card. So we were asking the question, how we're going to receive this communication from our ancestors. Oh, there we go. So it will come from, hang on, bear with me. Okay, so that makes sense. It will come through your dreams. So some of you at the moment might be experiencing really either very vivid dreams or dreams or dreams that are very based in reality. They're not, you know, some dreams can be so abstract, it's like you couldn't figure them out in a month of Sundays. But these might be, my experience at the moment is they're very vivid and they're usually based in some kind of reality. They're not abstract. And believe me, some of my dreams in the past, even as a child, were extremely abstract. And I can, you know, as a child, I didn't know what headless rats running around supermarket meant. Even now, I don't know what that meant. Anyway, so yeah, these messages will come through your dreams and it will be a trusted source that comes through in your dreams. So it could be someone that's passed. It might not be someone that's passed. It might be someone who's here now, but it's just giving you this information through your dreams. But it'll be messages from your ancestors without question. And that could be people that you've known that have passed, or it could be our alien origins. If you believe that we are not alone in this entire universe, which seems a bit daft to me. Okay, so we've got the who, and we've got the what, and we've got the how. Should we ask some questions on? So we've got a big energy of rebirth and a let's play nicely and say an alchemizing of the energies that were not particularly pleasant. Let's call it that. Should we see if we can get a when? Let's get a when, shall we? Let's get a when. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So we've got the cat, which is similar energy to the dog. It's the same number. It's just a slightly different energy. Okay, so the numbers on the card are 18 and 10. You could say that's October. It could be that specific, October the 18th. Mark it in your diary, guys. I actually think it's going to be sooner than that. It feels like it's going to be sooner than that. The cat is kind of liminal, more so than the dog, which kind of ties in with the idea of the dreams. Ooh, what's that? What we got? Oh, clouds. We have clouds. So that's really interesting because, why is that interesting, Ange? Because the liminal space kind of says, you know, don't ask when. And the clouds kind of, because in Lenormand, the clouds represent something that's not clear. There's confusion there. Yeah. So all that's done is it's backed up my own question about when, which is really funny. They got a sense of humor. So should we ask it in a different way? Okay, I've got a little deck. Let me just find it. Okay, I've got a little deck here. These are runes. So let's see if we can get an energetic feeling for how long. Let's ask it in a different way. How long, as opposed to, because, you know, these things are not necessarily driven by linear time, are they? Which is why the liminal card and the clouds have come up clearly, because time is actually a big ball of timey-wimey stuff. Oh, that's interesting. We've got the Feihu rune. And weirdly, it's got a this is a waning moon phase. Let me just take a picture. And oh my God, it's got an acorn in his hand. Holy crap on a cracker. He's got an acorn in his hand and it's a waning moon cycle. Okay, let's have a look at Feihu, shall we? Feihu, squirrel. Now that's weird because I was watching something earlier that was about squirrels. Gotta love squirrels. So squirrels, they're not doing it at the moment. Okay, so this is high energy, abundance. So that ties into what we've already been talking about with the cow. But it's quite a quick energy. So it's still not really being that specific. But it's quite, so that's a waning moon cycle in the card. Where are we at the moment? We are in a waning moon cycle, I think. Bear with me 1 second. Let me double check. We are in a waning crescent. Oh my goodness. So if it's going to happen quickly, I would say that's going to be before the dark moon, which isn't that far away. So it could be a bit of a long time frame, really. Any time between now and October. So it could even be in stages, you could say. Because I don't know what would happen if everything kind of changed all at once. That might not be so good. I don't know. But I would definitely say any time between now and October, which, you know, this year is hammering along quite rapidly. So it's actually being a blink of an eye. Okay, let's put those back in there. Thank you, runes. This is the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle, which they're lovely. Let me just show you a picture. Really, they're little cards. They're not big cards. But they're really cute. I like them. They're nice. Right, so I'm going to ask, let's just put these to one side for a minute. don't want to repeat that one. So I'm just going to ask if there's anything else we need to know about this that is happening. This ending of the energy of the sneakies, for a better word. And this communication that's coming from the ancestors, which is around love consciousness and abundance and rebirth. So this is the Lyran. Okay. This is the Lyran Oracle deck. What have we got? Oh my goodness. Okay. So this says, this is the merge. You will never believe what it says on the card. It says, in the depths rests the treasures. So that first card we got, I mean, literally, you know, what do they put in tombs? Treasures. But also, that's the first layer. Second layer, that's a portal. Well, you know, there's something on the other side, which is clearly better than what is going on here right now. In terms of, you know, society and all that rubbish. Right, let me get that to focus. It's going to focus. No. Doesn't want to focus. Oh my goodness. Boundaries. Okay, let me take a picture of this one. So I think these two cards are quite descriptive. Boundaries, and even in that, well, in both of them actually, there's a lot of sacred geometry going on there. Obviously you have the lines, you've also got an eagle. That's perspective. That's a higher perspective, a different perspective. Yeah, different perception. Breaking news. Hang on, I've got a few here. I didn't see those coming in. Hang on. Sorry.
That's Neptune's favorite word, perspectives, and he's having the boundaries show today.
There we go. Oh my God, there you go. See? Okay, so breaking news. The new, the old, new, old knowledge we are observing, body, mind. This understanding comes from Vedanta, which is the metaphysical. Vedanta is a metaphysical machine driving us inside and back to our I am essence. Awakening is self-inquiry. Okay. Awake people, awareness of change and new frequency and potential and possibilities. What's that say? I can't read his writing. Something about awareness of continuing of the new normal. New normal, which is not normal. Nothing to see here. It's normal. I like that.
Look over there, not here.
Yeah, look over there, look over there, look over there, look over there. What are you talking about? Look over there. I'm over here. When we have awareness of the new eon and take that into the everyday, and even that days don't exist as what they're called, we know that. We become that change we want to see from moment to moment, extracting pure potential from the void. And then more breaking news. Treasure is inside. The light, yes, is inside. And yeah, to find that peace, that bliss, the what is that I call it? Happy and content. It's in here. So yeah, the merge. And that's also describing the merge with the ancestors, because that's essentially what you're doing. When you're standing on their shoulders, you are merging their knowledge with yours to, propel yourself forward, for want of a better word, to a new perspective, which is the eagle on the boundaries card. Wow. So, is there anything else that would like to come through for this energy of rebirth and ancestors and the ending of the sneakies? Anything else? Oh, okay. It's that one. You're not going to believe this. This card actually turned around in the deck, and I'll show you a picture. So it leaves me speechless. It really does when this stuff happens. You're going to love this, guys. This is birth, rebirth. And basically what it's saying is stop asking questions, just take it and know that that's what's going on. Okay. Message received and understood. So that was the message for today, and I had no idea, because I didn't have any theme at all for the show. So it's really nice that the cards came through with those amazing messages for tonight's show. So if anyone...
That was awesome, Angie. I wrote down what you said the other day. Where courage and presence meet is where change happens.
Oh, wow. Very cool. I like that. Did I say that? I didn't say that, did I?
You said it. I wrote it down. That's from you.
Wow. I don't even know the stuff that comes out of my mouth sometimes. Okay, folks. Would anyone like me to pull them a card or two? Speak now.
Yes, please. Just on the future of new ventures.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going to...
New ventures and adventures.
New ventures and adventures. Okay, I'm going to go with the Witch's Runic Oracle. Oh, there we go. Oh. We have Answers. Not answers, answers. I'm so fucking funny, aren't I? All right, okay. Excuse my French. Sorry about that. So we have Answers. Answers. We have Algiers. And we have Sawillow. So let me just take pictures of these. This is a really cool card. Because there's a raven with an eye on a thread. That's interesting. We have the stag, and we have the kingfisher. Very cool. So let's see what we have. Anne says, Raven. I'm not au fait with the runes just yet, so I'm looking at the book in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Okay.
There's a rolled up message at the other end of that string.
Yes, there is, which is that's why it's the reason for that. I'll get my words out. Is it's all about communication, insight, inspiration, true vision. Okay. So Algiers, the stag. Is all about courage. Courage, independence, higher self. So this is a really good one for protection as well. So the last one, so Willow, is all about success, life force, victory. So some kind of victory when it comes to your courage, your independence.
Awesome.
Regarding communication, like true, authentic communication.
Interesting. That's that looks right. That's perfect.
But what I would say is look at the cards, and this is what Dismembering Tarot is all about. It's about looking at the cards and saying, oh, okay, so what else can I get from them? I mean, that's just from the book, so you might get other things when you look at the cards.
I get the Kingfisher, which is associated with water. I'm a Pisces, so yeah,
cool.
That's 11.
Anybody else like some cards?
Yes, please, Auntie.
You know what deck I'm going to use, don't you? Yeah. Woo! There we go. That one flew out. Okay, let's have another one. Woo! Blimey, that one literally flew up in my face.
Okay, that's a definite message then.
So we've got fusion and collective consciousness.
Oh, I keep putting those two in my deck. That's really interesting.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. Very cool cards. I love this one. It's got the Merkaba in it. It's really nice. Oh, there we go. Brr. There we go.
Wow.
Okay. So
I love those cards for you, Val. Tantric Union. Wow.
One can only wish, Kevin.
definitely some balance, because the Merkaba is about balance, balancing above and below, in and out, so to speak. Doing that from a place of the heart. You've also got in the collective consciousness card, you've got very strong the violet and the blue, which is the throat and the crown. Wise counsel, apparently. I don't know if that rings a bell. Wise counsel.
Okay, so that's my message to myself or from somebody else, or
I would say self first, and then out to others, or others, because there is a union here as well. Union with self, as well as other beings, apparently. I don't know what that means.
I'm wondering about what's above the lion in 42. I mean, that could be a planet or a spaceship or a.
Could be a ship, could be a solar system, could be a black hole, could be again, you know, what? How do you interpret that? I mean, I see that as a light that is awakened, if you like, and is rippling out. It's like spiraling out. That's how I see it.
Okay.
But you know,
that could be the light of source, and then the one below it, there's a star tetrahedron in the middle of the lion's face, which could mean further enlightenment, because it's centered on the pineal gland, would be in the center of the star tetrahedron. So yeah, I think they're beautiful cards, both of them.
And he's also got the halo around his head in the collective consciousness card.
Yeah. And it looks almost like a pyramid between. Is there a pyramid
yes.
between his two?
Yes, it does look like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I've forgotten the words that I said, but I've already forgotten them. Wise counsel. That's it.
It's a star tetrahedron, Val. Star tetrahedron.
Yeah, there's another pyramid above that though, Kevin, that goes up into the thing that looks like a halo. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, I see that one. Yeah,
between his ears, Kevin. Yes.
Yeah, I see that one up there now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the crown. Interesting. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Yes, please, Angie. Can you draw for me for this weekend coming? And whilst you're picking the deck, I would just like to let you know that last week you drew a card that said threes. Everything's coming in threes.
Yep.
And you told me to tell you if anything happened where threes came up. Well, my sister bought me 18 wild heather plants.
Yeah.
And I've subsequently planted more or less all of them in pots of 3. So the wall hanging basket has 3 in. The actual basket's got 3 in. The plant pot holders on the ground, the wooden tubs, they've got 3 each in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's 3 different kinds too, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So there's 6 of each. So each one, there's 3 of each, 1 of each, and yeah.
Oh wow, that is so cool. And you know, I couldn't have
that up for you all week.
I couldn't have thought, oh yeah, you're gonna get, you know, 3 lots of 3s of things. It's like, you know, quite a random message, and you did. Wow. Okay.
I did.
So we've got another stag card. So that's interesting. But then is it stag season? I don't know. Could be.
Well, we've got peacocks around here.
Okay.
It's very strong male energy, right, Angie?
Yeah, very. So these cards. So you've got passion. So what are your passions, Andy?
Peace and tranquility.
They are your magical powers.
Yeah.
So this weekend, you might be called to draw on those magical powers.
Am I going to be tested?
Possibly. Let me just pull a Lenormand card just to see what that is all about, because that's quite I don't want to make you go, oh my god, I'm not going to go anywhere this weekend.
And he can reach across the oceans with his ham radio, you know. That is magic.
Indeed, yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's definitely something around you that will happen. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got the spirit card. That's interesting. So I'll just share that card. So this could be to do with your spirituality. Yeah.
Right.
In terms of magical powers, magical powers, spirit card. Have you ever done any kind of like intentional magic work?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
I think this could be to do with some kind of metaphysical what's the word I'm looking for? Something you're not expecting that comes out of the blue that you make you go, oh my God, how did that happen? That's what it looks like to me. But it's a direct experience that you will have that will be to do with your, your spiritual practices, definitely. Because you said that, was it peace and
tranquility
are your passions, that's your magical powers. So it'd definitely be something around something will happen around your magical practice.
Right.
Yes.
I think he's going to find a nearby power spot where a high energy field if I'm on his walks.
Yeah, could be.
Possibly.
Could be.
We shall have to wait and see what the weekend brings.
Indeed. I mean, when you look at those cards, there's, there are things that you could say look like ley lines meeting. So it might be. Could be.
On the magical powers one.
Yeah, and even on the passion card, the heart has all those crisscrossing lines on it. So yeah. Let's wait and see, shall we?
Why did you do some divining around your property, Andy? That's the impression I get. I see the divining of Douglas.
Right. Yeah, that could be potentially something I might try.
But it will come out of nowhere because you have the spirit card. So the spirit card in relation to the question that you asked and the other cards that I got, it will come out of nowhere and it will make you go, what? But in a good way.
I will save it for next week.
Cool.
Thanks for that, Angie.
Anyone else? Oh, where's everyone else gone? Okay,
Sorry, Angie, my phone just died, so I had to get onto my iPad. I'm back with you now.
That's all right. So I'm going to pull a card for the group. Let's pull a card for the group, shall we? Oh, there we go. It's just come out. Whee! The Blasted Oak. So this is the Wildwood Tarot. So we have the Blasted Oak, which is the equivalent of the Tower. So I will pull another card to go along with that because that could be a bit. Anyone who's not with us in the Dismembering Tarot might be going, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" So let's pull another one.
Means endings which are necessary before new beginnings.
Exactly, which is the whole thing that we got during that reading show. Okay. The Ancestor. Holy crap. I could not make this up, people. Hang on. Let me. Woo, we've got the Blasted Oak and the Ancestor card. That's mad. So, yeah, there might be some changes coming up, but don't worry because they've got your back. Oh my God, can you believe that? I love it when that happens. It's amazing.
Stag as well, right?
Yeah, stag as well. Absolutely amazing. And you got a new moon in the background on the ancestor card. The ancestor being oh my God. I can never remember the bloody numbers of these cards, you know. Hierophant. The Hierophant.
Oh.
So teachings, lots of teachings going on during that tower moment. Wow. Anyone have anything they want to share about what I was waffling on about in today's show?
I just think you're spot on, Angie, and oh yeah, it was very enlightening. I got a lot from it. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Even pulling the odd card here and there, it all lined up.
Cool.
Oh, I also pulled at the beginning. I pulled the Princess of Swords, the Star card, and then the Princess of Cups. I don't know how that is relevant, but I just remembered that I did that randomly earlier.
Water and fire and the star. The princess represents the page. Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah. So something new. So you pulled the Princess of Swords first.
Yeah. Then the Star, then the Princess of Cups, which I found kind of weird. 2 princesses and 3 cards.
Well, the pages are, if you, the way I remember it is a new page. So the page means something new. So the page of swords, the Princess of Swords, there's you're going to get some quite big inspiration, and I'd say that's backed up with the Star card, because the Star card is all about destiny, and it's in the stars, if you like. Illumination. Something is going to be, you know, quite bright, I would say. Breaking news, newsflash. Doing is the adventure. So how far can you stretch? The golden cord.
Wow, driving to Vancouver, I might be driving by the light of the stars.
And the Page of Cups, there might be a new new water. So it's not an emotional card. It's something to do with a new body of water. Don't know if that means anything.
Well, the Pacific's out that way.
I think it'll be a smaller body of water than the Pacific Ocean, Kevin. But it will have something to do with this this inspiration. That's there's a destined thing. So I've got other things here, other notes here. Hold on, Val. So focus on your Merkaba at this time. To travel into the voids, one has to let go. Breathe 3 breaths. Who's that for, Ian? You can put a name on that one. Oh dear. Okay. New vessel. I don't know what that means here. It's just written 2 words. New vessel. I don't know if that means anything for you, Kevin. New vessel. Oh, Andy. Okay.
Vessel. What kind of vessel?
I don't know. He just wrote new vessel on a bit of paper. So Andy, breathe. So yeah, you can use your breath before reacting to things. You can definitely use the breath. So that will counterbalance any disruptions within your energetic field. Yeah. New vessel. Camper. Are you looking at getting a camper van, Kevin?
Eventually, yeah, but I got my tent and yeah, the cots are ordered. Yeah, we're gonna do some camping across Canada.
Well, there might be, keep your eyes peeled because there might be a camper van going across your vision. That's all I'm gonna say. That'll.
Oh, I can envision a nice small camper van that's towable by my car. Yeah, for sure, I can envision that.
But keep your eyes open because one will cross across your path, your field of vision. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good plan. On the long drive back, we might find something nice. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Beat the tent, right? Beat the tent.
I don't know. I like camping. I like camping.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I haven't been camping for a long time, so I'm gonna enjoy it. And we got cots up off the ground and a padded cot, so should be good.
Cool. Anybody else? I think that's everyone, isn't it? I think that's everybody. Cool.
Do you want to wrap up the recording with a brief few words of wisdom?
Okay. Truth. Called Truth and Mystery just came out. So yeah. Words of wisdom. Well, this journey is full of mystery and it's full of truth. So embrace them both, I would say. And when I say truth, I mean the nature of how things truly are, as opposed to, which is very mysterious. So yeah, I'm going to stop there before I waffle on again.
Got the recording fantastic.